Many don't know that you were responsible for the Danny Kane #1 single Showstopper. How did that come about?
My business partner, Nicely Chaplin, she had a relationship with Conrad the Munch over at the Munch. That's how you pronounce his last name, right?
Haitian Lamonte.
Yeah, over at Bad Boy, and she met him at Game Release Party, and she wanted to shop me as an artist, but Diddy wasn't interested in signing any solo acts at that time. So he said Diddy needed writers. And at the time I was a little hesitant to do that because I wasn't interested in writing. So after about 2 weeks of sitting on it, I decided to go ahead and write for Puff. And about 2 years later, the Danny Kane single came out. That was the first verse that he chose after about 100-something verses, right? About 100-something verses. So a lot of hard work.
Okay,
A lot of hard work.
Who's know at this point in life, as far as the writer, the singer, the rapper, what classification does No hold the spotlight under?
Classification? How do I answer that?
Does No hold a spotlight under? I don't think no.
Will you be writing at this point? Will you be
Oh,
singing at
okay.
this
No,
point?
yeah, I got you. I got the question. No, I mean, I'm an MC. You know, first and foremost. I mean, I do like writing, but I'm bird ganging right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
That's
know?
just like he got the gift to do both. Like a lot of people, some people stay behind the scenes and they ghostwrite and they get that publishing check and that writer's check, and he got a chance to get on front of the screen and spit his own shit and still ghostwrite mega hits and get a mega publishing check. Like shit, who wouldn't want that?
Yeah.
So your new CD, M.O.B., Jim,
Mm-hmm.
just dropped. July 1st.
Mm-hmm.
How you feel about that?
Oh, I feel great. It feels good to be able to give people that have grown so close to me and I watched come up and make a transition from being in the street to trying to do this music and make it lucrative. And all of them come up hard. Everybody's an ex-felon. Everybody did hard time and things like that. So for me to help them be able to create an opportunity for them to make some mega bucks and have their kids not want for nothing, like shit, I'm all in. Plus, it's a brotherhood. Everyone that you see on that album is loyal to a floor. They know what the goal is, so it makes it that much easier.
Mm-hmm.
No, on the internet site Baller Status, they credit you as a hit to Bird Gang. How grateful are you at this point in your career, and what can we expect from No for 2008, 2009?
The first part of the question, in terms of just my appreciation, like, coming from Baltimore, like, you can tend to lose the will to even live. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So, you know, when I met Jim and then, you know, being with Jim and him giving me the opportunity to do everything that I'm doing, like now I like waking up in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Because like now sort of, when you move through the street, I ain't really have a sense of purpose of what I was doing. So the Bird Gang gave me a sense of of purpose, you know what I'm saying? So I thank the universe and I thank Jim for that opportunity, like just to give me the opportunity to be something, you know what I'm saying, to make history. Like for instance, we did BET today, like I'm still high off of that. Like I'm a part of history now, like words can't really capture that right there, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying, you look at Capo wrong, I'm gonna like take your whole neck off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, no one else was giving me that kind of support. You know what I mean? So, you know, what can you do, man? You know what I mean? But in terms of what's in the future for me, like, more Bird Gang music, man. I want to do my own solo album, of course. You know what I'm saying? But every album we do gonna be a Bird Gang album. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I'm just happy, and I just want us all. I want to see us all grow financially, man. So that's ultimately what I want to do. I want us to all party on the sands of Dubai and drink all types of exotic fruit drinks and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Now, many compare your voice to Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
What type of music and style will we hear from you? Will we see from No?
Mm-hmm.
So that we can just distinguish the difference between y'all.
I think people starting to distinguish the difference now. Know the name, know the difference. I mean, of course, I embrace it. I didn't embrace that fact all the time. I didn't embrace it throughout my whole career. But I'm starting to embrace the comparisons. They are real. You know what I'm saying? I do hear some of my music and I say, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but I'm not from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Baltimore. I'm not from New York. Jay had his own experiences. I had my own. And I speak about my own experiences candidly. You know what I'm saying? The way Jay speaks about his. You know what I'm saying? So, I know Capo heard a difference. You know what I'm saying? Which made him take the risk and say, like, this cat got something different. It's not just the dude coming out here just, you know, sound like, oh.
It's you know, when you rapping, you know, for me, I look at everything. I just don't look at somebody rapping. I just don't, you know, he sound like Jay, but a lot of people came up that we seen try to sound like Jay, but they wasn't believable when they content wasn't that content that we really want to hear. See, Jay at this point that makes so much money that he's far removed from the hood and all the things we go up trying to struggle and hustle and shit like that. So there was a void that needed to be filled, and it's just ironic. I don't know, like he said, that's God playing a joke, but it's just that he's filling that void in the same way. And for me, the content is crazy, and at this point, I don't even, as I hear no. I mean, every day I hear no and shit like that. It just gets further and further away from what everybody's saying. But for the most part, for people to notice that and for them to be like, yo, he sound like Jay, and he's like, that's great right there. You know what I mean? Because he finished at the top of his game, even though he's old as hell.
I see where it was. I see where it was also quoted that at one time your business partner walked into Jim Jones' office and said many were afraid to sign no. And at that time Jim stepped up to the plate and immediately had you banging on tracks like Splash and Bird Gang Money from the new album M.O.B. What was that like at that moment?
Wow. Man, Nicety and I, we had